A persuasive presentation requires a number of things to make it successful. These range from types of appeals to organizational patterns and critical thinking through reasoning. In this presentation, you will learn two types of reasoning and how they are constructed. But before we get into that, let's review the definition of claim. A claim is a concise sentence stating what you want to prove using evidence. Once you have your claim, you can move on to the type of reasoning you will use for your claim. Before selecting the type of reasoning you want to construct, ask yourself which reasoning fits best. René Descartes once said, "If you would be a real seeker after truth, you must at least once in your life doubt, as far as possible, all things." Your arguments need to be strong enough to captivate your entire audience. Now, let's move to inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning deals with probability. It is based on specific observations that then move on to generalizations. Let's visualize this. Inductive reasoning takes specific observations, finds a pattern, and applies it to a general statement. In this type of reasoning, the speaker will suggest that specific cases can be applied to a general statement. We use this type of reasoning in our everyday lives. Inductive reasoning is often applied to pit bulls. An example of inductive reasoning would be, Patches the pit bull attacked his neighbor. Pickles attacked her owner. If two pit bulls attacked people, then the entire pit bull breed is violent. The inductive reasoning occurs because there were two specific observations that were then applied to a generalization. Let's review another example. John got a box of chocolates from his girlfriend. He noticed that one chocolate in the box was bitten. He then assumed that the rest of the chocolates in the box were bitten, so he threw the chocolates away. In this example, the single observation is that one chocolate was bitten, and the generalization was that the rest of the chocolates in the box were bitten. We will now move on to deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning is sometimes considered the opposite as inductive reasoning. In this type of reasoning, the speaker or writer will generally use an accepted statement that is then applied to a specific observation. You have first the generally accepted claim, and often you have a second generally accepted claim, which is then made into a specific claim. Let's use the same example from inductive reasoning, but turn it into deductive reasoning. All pit bulls are vicious. To some individuals, this is a generally accepted statement. Pickles is a pit bull. In this scenario, this is a second generally accepted statement. Therefore, Pickles is vicious. In this instance, the therefore is the specific claim. We will now use another example. All clownfish are funny. Well, some consider clownfish to be funny. Marlin from Finding Nemo is a clownfish. Therefore, Marlin is funny. You have just watched the deductive and inductive reasoning videos. Keep in mind that there are other types of reasoning as well. Make sure to also look at the rest of the videos for further tips.